Ahem. What is up, people of the world? It's I thought I had the camera in a good position. Whatever. Um, what's up, people of the world? It's me again, Alex Wimmer, aka AP3 Jumped, and welcome to my first animation review in months. I haven't done any since I kind of sort of quit doing animation reviews like for a long time. Long story short, I got behind with them and I just kind of quit for a while. But now I'm back with another animation review with something that was very long overdue. And that was Infinity Train Book 3. And so yeah, this is actually the first new season to in which it debuted exclusively on HBO Max. It did seasons 3 and 4 didn't premiere on Cartoon Network or anything. And so yeah, then became an HBO Max exclusive. And long story short, that's why it took me so long to watch season 3. And I've been dying to continue this series for a long time, but I was able to several months ago, but I just never got around to it. And now I finally got around to seeing the show, and this became one of my new favorite shows, and I wanted to continue the tradition of reviewing each and every season. And so what do I even start with this season? It was insane. Um, yeah, this season was way more mature than the previous two seasons, and so yeah, I think the fact that it was on a streaming service and not on a on Cartoon Network was I think that being just show being on HBO Max allowed it to be more mature and uh, basically be like unrestricted with its tones and themes. And I mean, the show is still like PG, but like I said, it's way more mature than the last seasons. And there's a lot of I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but I'm just gonna give off a spoiler warning. So yeah, you guys have been warned. Um, if yeah, just if by any chance you haven't seen book 3 of Infinity Train, then do not watch this video until you've seen all of season 3. Then watch this review. So spoilers ahead, starting right now. So yeah, this season had a lot of emotional moments, and it also had a lot of sweet moments. This season follows since this is an anthology series, it follows different protagonists each season, but it still takes place in the same train, same universe, same and each new season is a continuation of the last. And the reason it's an anthology series because each protagonist for each season has their own goal to meet. And so this season has returned. It's been a very long time since I've seen the Infinity Train, but we got the new protagonists, Simon and Grace, who we've actually seen in the I think we saw them in season 2, and where the protagonists of season 2 came across them in their little train card. It looks like an abandoned mall, and it's like there's like graffiti everywhere, and they're leaders of this group called the Apex, and it's like the members of the Apex. Well, first off, they were founded by Grace and Simon. And they have this warped perspective on what being on the train means. Long story short, they all think, both Grace and Simon were led to believe that, the higher the higher number you get on the train, the better. And when in reality, the exact opposite is true. In order to get off the train, you need to get your number down to zero. And so they've led these they have this group of kids who they've all recruited into their group it's the Apex. And so they sort of like they warped they kind of like brainwashed them basically, and warped their minds into thinking this false reality about what it means to be on the Infinity Train. And so throughout the season, at the beginning of the season, we see exactly what they do. They they pillage other cars, and they ransack other cars. And yeah, they just, it's like they're basically like committing crimes as the best way I can put it on in each every train. They're pillaging cars, and like terrorizing the denizens of the train in order to get their numbers higher. So yeah. um and then later on in the season, the Grace and Simon, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Grace and Simon come across this little girl named Hazel, and who's also and they also come across this giant like like violet colored gorilla named Tuba, because she wears giant tubas around her shoulders. And so Tuba also happens to be the caretaker of Hazel. And so and with that being said, Tuba is very protective of Hazel. And one thing I want to say in this season, we're going getting back into general thoughts. I'm not gonna summarize every single episode one by one, but summarizing the season in general, which is not that easy. But one overarching theme in this season is that there's a lot of tension, and just a lot of complex social situations that lead to a lot of tension. And there's a lot of arguments. And it's very interesting to see how all these situations play out. And so this makes also makes for one of the most this also makes for the most dramatic season yet of the series, I think. And because, like I said, this season's way more mature. There's going to be like way more conflicts and way more arguments, and a lot more tension. And it's very interesting to watch. And remember how in season two, where one of the mirror policemen or whatever basically got killed? Well, people get killed in this show too. A couple of them. So yeah, which was very shocking. Uh, and one of the main characters actually. Again, I'm not going to summarize every episode one by one, but uh, so at one point, Simon wheels Tuba, which basically means to. It's like the train. It's like the Infinity Train's version of walking the plank, basically. And to get wheeled means to you know to get kicked into the actual wheels of the train themselves, and you die. So yeah. Um, and throughout the season, as we follow Grace and Simon, we continue to hear their warped perspectives on what being on the train is like and what their thoughts are. And then over time, Grace starts to change her ways, and she, over time, by the end of the season, realizes she's been wrong this whole time. And so, but Simon, he's just a fucking asshole throughout the whole season. He never changes. and by the end of the season, he becomes the main antagonist, and since Grace has been doing good by helping out Hazel and everything, and as well as doing more good things, her number goes down, and she starts to want to have her number go down, and but Simon just isn't having any of it. He just wants to. He just still has that warped perspective on what it means to be on the Infinity Train, and so he wants this number to go up and up and up, and he thinks it's a good thing, but no, do it. Be, being on the train, having your number. If you do bad things, your number goes up. If you do good things, your number goes down, and so he eventually, um, for like the final climax, he winds up having numbers all up to his neck, and at the very end, he has his numbers all covering up his fucking face. That's how high his number is. That's how high his number gets, and so yeah, it's crazy. And so he winds up becoming unhinged by the end, and one of those like creatures, one of those weird creatures that are seen like the wasteland of the Infinity Train. What I can only describe are as like a weird combination of a cockroach and like a coyote. And one of those things literally winds up killing Simon in the same way that the Ark killed everybody in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Simon dies in a very similar way actually, and so yeah. By the end of it all, Grace changes her ways, and then she informs all the kids that they were all, they had it all wrong this whole time, and so they Grace convinces the kids of the Apex and to well, first off, to not be the Apex anymore, and so because of what the Apex used to represent, and she tells them, everyone's on the train for different reasons, and so they basically have to keep on doing good and finding themselves in order to have their number go down and eventually get off the train. And so yeah, that was my best summary of this season. Again, it's been a very long time since I've done a review for anything, so bear with me if I was a little lopsided with this review. But all in all, great season. This show continues to mesmerize me both with its environments and with its storytelling. And I the abstract themed cars are still very surreal and fun and really fun to look at. The cars, the new cars, they continue to be very mesmerizing and out of this world. And some of them have more realistic looking environments, like some of the forests. And there's one that looks like it's like they're on another planet or something. But they could have some really abstract ones. And the one with the hey hi ho hoo car or whatever that was in like the ninth episode or whatever, that I couldn't even fucking tell you what was going on in that car. I couldn't even describe to you what the hell was the purpose of that car. I don't know. That's the only one I couldn't fathom an explanation for. But that's Infinity Train for you. And so yeah, we have some recurring characters in this season that were seen in previous seasons, like the cat, I forgot her name, and the real true conductor, her name is Amelia, I think, who's old and British, and yeah, she had the highest number up until fucking Simon, who went batshit insane by the end of it. So anyway, those are my thoughts on season 3. Great season. It was very insane. Very emotional, actually. The little the makeshift funeral for Tuba that was hosted by Hazel. That shit was very, not only very sad but also very heartwarming, and almost brought a tear to my eye. This season almost made me cry several times, and and also Hazel is very adorable. She's a very cute character, and uh so and like I said, that makeshift funeral scene was probably the sweetest moment in the entire season, and yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review for season three, and this, like I said, I love this season. The show is still amazing, and I have a feeling things will get even more insane uh, for the next season. So, which may or may not be the last season, from what I understand, but don't quote me on that. I don't exactly know if that's true or not. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. Like the video if you liked it, and ring the bell to be notified of future videos that I make. That way you never miss a single upload of mine. And stay tuned for more videos. I've got more vlogs coming up, and stay tuned for my eventual review for book season 4 of Infinity Train. So look forward to that. Anyway, uh, once again, I'm Alex Wimmer, aka AP3 Jumped. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That's it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.